I am being joined now by Gauri Joshi. She's a senior journalist as well. Gauri, welcome to the show. And I'm going to start with West Bengal. Your predictions, there are going to be elections on 29th of April, phase 2. What does it look like?
Of course, Megha. I have been betting on a hunk parliament, and ABP Matriz, as I can read right now, is predicting one. So you have to understand that the BJP has come up from a non-existent player in Bengal to somebody who's giving such a tough competition that, my estimates say that the BJP will easily cross 100 and come to 132. TMC will limit itself at a 154. Congress and left will be actually at 8, which is a very shameful figure because the left had a jisko kehte hain ek chhatra raj. They had a one window, one umbrella rule till Mamata came up in 2011, and 2016, 2021 she won with a landslide. But even though she raised issues of infiltration and our issues and being the female face, I was talking to somebody in my colony who's a Bengali, and she said the women of Bengal hate Mamata. It's a very strong statement. So I am betting on a hunk parliament.
Okay, hung parliament for the state of West Bengal. A follow-up question on how there has been a narrative war between the BJP and the TMC. Of course, BJP led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has also been campaigning very aggressively, says that he's going to cross the they're going to cross, of course, the 180 mark. It's also interesting to know that there was a voter turnout of 93% in phase 1. And the last time around, such large number of people came out from West Bengal to cast their vote, which was 84%, was in 2011. And that was the time Mamata Banerjee and the TMC came to power, defeated the 34-year-old left rule. What does this indicate?
See, Megha, you and I have been covering the states, for years now. So we do know it's very, very easy to understand for anyone that whenever the voter turnout is a lot, that means there's anti-incumbency, that means people are voting for change. If I just bring it to a little bit of a branding knowledge that I have, they say that a customer does not leave a review for a good product, but he definitely does for a bad one. So this is the verdict for a bad regime, which has been stretching out, ignoring the Bengal issues at the root, stopping center schemes from coming to Bengal, like Ayushman Bharat, for example. I know Mamata Didi has a lot of good policies going on in Bengal, but then she also has goons who are sending white sarees in the house of women and saying that you may need to wear this if your husband doesn't, support the TMC. So we've got to understand that here Mamata Banerjee is looking at 2029 and PM Modi is looking at removing competition like he did in Delhi with Arvind Kejriwal.
Okay. I'm going to quickly move on to Tamil Nadu. 234 seats. The state with the second largest number of constituencies in the 4 states and 1 union territory that where polling has happened. There's DMK, AIDMK, BJP, in fact, a junior partner with the AIDMK. Which way is the tide going?
See, Megha, you and I both had subjects which we did not like, right? So BJP has treated Tamil Nadu as a subject it didn't really want to pass in, which is why I'm giving it 7 seats there. DMK is easily at a 146, AIADMK is at 63, and TVK is doing very well at 18. I mean, Vijay has outdone himself because previously I was giving him lesser numbers, but now my analysis is for more of his representation, for the simple reason that he is an actor and he knows how to actually appeal to the people on the ground. The stampede issue was big. There was negligence, there was ignorance, but the way he tackled it was excellent. So here,
it's interesting that you mentioned that he is an actor. He is a celebrity, he is very well known, he has a massive fan base. But interestingly, a few years ago when Kamal Hassan debuted in his political career, there's not quite the dent he could make.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Look at Rajnikant, who was like the superstar, jisko doodh se nahlaya jata tha, and he took a step back. So here we have to understand that even though Kamal Hassan could not make a political dent, he is very important in Tamil Nadu politics today. So TVK is looking at itself, at increasing its stature. Now, I can tell you a little bit of issues with BJP, because I was speaking to somebody in February who was from the cadre, and she told me that, there's a lot of infighting. Then Annamalai went to London for a few months, and, the whole unit actually got disbursed, and they don't have a strong leadership right now. If you ask anybody, if you ask yourself that who is the face for BJP in Tamil Nadu, it is somebody who is Narendra Modi, who they do not like because of the Dravidian politics. They don't want Hindi to be imposed, and BJP shot itself in the foot with delimitation.
Okay.
So I'm telling you that this is a paper they did not want to attempt also.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to Kerala, another south state, another state where there has been constant fight between the UDF and the LDF. What is the fate of UDF, of LDF, BJP, and do you think Congress is going to perform?
No, Congress is not going to perform, which is very ironical, because Wayanad has been the seat, the savior seat for Rahul Gandhi, and then later Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. So UDF and LDF, in my analysis, are at a very close fight of 70 and 66 respectively. BJP is doing well under the new leadership of Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who's been moved from centre, MOS for Electronics and IT. He was very friendly with the media, very savvy with his political attacks, very well informed, one of the earliest employees of IBM in India, and then he moved to Kerala politics, taking Shashi Tharoor head on. 4 seats for BJP in this environment, I would say it's a significant win. It's less, but who has not prepared for the exam, or has an 11th hour helicopter entry, good performance for the BJP in Kerala, I would say, for 4 seats also.
Okay, quickly for Assam, what's your prediction? Do you think BJP is going to comfortably be able to get a majority?
Absolutely. They are at an 86, the BJP plus alliance. Congress plus is at a 36. Mama is going to make a comeback. See, I was probably thinking that with Hemant Biswa Sarma left to the wolves, with the whole infiltration issue, with Pawan Khera and everybody just, surrounding him, it was like Abhimanyu and the whole Chakravyuh. But then you could see him actually emerge out. So, like Abhimanyu was sadly, killed, Hemant Biswa Sarma is going to survive this. My disappointment with the BJP is that they do not support their leaders once they are in turmoil. But Mama has proven himself now. He has established trust, and today only the Prime Minister was in Gangtok. So you have to understand that there is some soft corner of the BJP for the Northeast, and of course the chicken neck is very close by. So the focus is now, I am telling you that BJP always segments its, Ek Chhatra Raj policy. First it was the West India, then it is now the East India. South India they'll gradually come to, but I can comfortably say the BJP is coming back in Assam.
Okay, all right.